Hey guys, it's CrystalRenèe here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thanks for joining. In today's video, I'm going to attempt to save my dying Syngoniums. If you're interested, then stay tuned. First up is my Berry Illusion Syngonium. It's looking very sad, really embarrassed to show you all. And here is my Syngonium albo. This one breaks my heart because it was so beautiful once I potted it up, but now it is going downhill, but we're going to try to change that. Here's my Syngonium Maria. It's been looking brown for some time now, but not quite dead, so hopefully I can revive her and get her looking back to her old self. Here is my green Syngonium. This is the only one that looks somewhat okay, but still could use some work. And my last, but not least, Syngonium, my army Syngonium. It's looking pretty good, but it is starting to crisp. So I just think my Syngoniums don't like soil, so we're going to change that. Here they all in a collective. I'm going to now convert them into Leca. First, I've rinsed and cleaned a bowl of Leca. And here's the roots from the first plant, which is my Berry Illusion. The roots seem to be okay, but they could be much better. So first, I'm going to fill the planter to about a third of the way. I'm going to place the cuttings into the planter and backfill it to where it is supported by the Leca. Oh, it just breaks my heart. It just looks like little stems that I should just throw away, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to revive it to see what happens. You never know with plants. So you tap the sides a bit once you fill it to where it needs to be. Place it in a catch pot, and there we are. Here we are. I'm going to do the same thing with my Syngonium albo. I've decided to do this with all my Syngonium because I think they do fairly well in water in general. So I just thought Leca would be the way to go. And I just think that they have a better chance of thriving. So hopefully this works and they grow a new set of water roots just to replace the old roots that you see, because those roots don't look too good. So I'm placing it in a catch pot as I did the first. And this is how it's looking. Now here's the third plant, which is my green Syngonium. Don't look too bad, but why not give it a fresh start? So we're gonna be repeating the same thing. This video is kind of repetitive with all of the Syngonium, but with this one I decided to stake up because it is kind of long and trailing and leaning, and I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to stake it up with this bamboo stick you see here, and that way it has more support. Now, I did decide that I'm not going to start off with nutrients in my water at first. I'm just going to start off with regular distilled water, fill it about a third of the way in each planter. That way it can adjust. In about a week, I will add Super Thrive to the water. And then maybe a week after that, I will then start using the nutrients. So now that I have all my Leca adjusted where it needs to be, place it in a catch pot. And now I'm going to secure this trailing piece onto the bamboo stick. I'm using wire, garden wire. I just clipped off a small piece and I'm going to tie it around the bottom to make sure that it's all secure. I'm probably going to do the same thing to the very top of this plant, just to make sure it's not leaning and supported. And there you have it. So far, so good. And now we're going to get into my army Syngonium. The roots look pretty good on this one. So we're going to put it in a larger pot because the root system is much larger than the last Syngonium that I just potted up. And with this one, I did end up having to remove the crispy leaves. I just wanted to start fresh. So I did remove those bottom leaves, as you can see. With all of the Syngonium, I did remove them from the soil. I thoroughly rinsed the roots as much as possible to where I got as much of the soil off as I could before potting them up into the Leca. This one looks gorgeous already. This is the last and final Syngonium. This is the Maria. The roots on this one looks pretty good as well. So I used a larger planter just like I did the Army Syngonium. And I'm going to do the very same thing. I did remove some dead leaves from it as well. That's why it looked much thinner than before. But that is okay. I want to give it a fresh start and hopefully things turn out right. It looked like I ran out of Leca. I had to rinse more. And by the end of the video, you will see that I did add more Leca to the planter. So that is it for placing them all into Leca. Here is some footage of each plant. I did chip off some of the old bits and pieces from this Berry Illusion, just so it can look fresh. The Maria, she's looking much better already. I can't wait to see what she's going to look like in a few weeks or so. But so far, so good. Everybody's getting a fresh, brand new start. If you guys have any tips or suggestions of what I should do with these plants, then go ahead and drop it in the comments below. So here's my Syngonium elbow. She's looking much better already after removing some of her crispy leaves and tying her up together so that she's not drooping. She's looking much better. I hope this transition makes the best of all of my Syngonium. I have good hopes for all of them, so keep your fingers crossed. And if you made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure the subscribe button is on gray and not red. If it's red, that means you are not yet subscribed. And please feel free to share with any of your planty friends or family. Now back to my Syngonium. This is the green Syngonium. I do plan to place all of my Syngonium near a humidifier just so that I've covered all bases with them so that they're not drying out. I will have them placed under grow lights. They will be by a southwest facing window as well, but on a lower shelf to where they're not getting direct sunlight but bright sunlight. Well, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoy. Peace, spread love, and be blessed. Hey, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. And until next time, happy growing.